Today's Tale Caesar's playing BattleTech once again, and today we're up against Winter 1, and you'll see I've got a pretty familiar lineup. I love my Centurions. I mean, I find that multi-role mechs are a lot easier to use in this game than, well, it's not that it's that easier to use, it's the fact that you have no idea what your opponent's bringing, right? And if you bring close-up mechs, and they're suddenly jump mechs, you're screwed. If you bring LRM mechs and they are close-up mechs, you're screwed, right? Whereas the multi-rolls, they seem to do a lot better. But I love my Centurions. Good old ACs and LRMs. We've also got Orion. He's also got his happy AC and LRMs. And we've got ourselves a little commando. Just picking in, you know, he's just in amongst those bigger brothers here. We got Mockingbird here. So the idea is to try and use her to hopefully do a bit of sensor locking. Oh, I would have loved to have made these trees. Is there someone blocking you? There is. I think if we move Wildfire first here, out of the way, we might be able to get Mockingbird just over a little bit more. Mockingbird, what is wrong with you, woman? We'll take you towards the front then. Just to put you there. We'll probably put I like to have Arclight towards the back here. Looks like we've popped someone already. A Jenna. Wow. Probably just chill in the back here with you. And we'll move Apex around the back as well. I'd rather Apex took less hits here. Maybe we can grind off some armor through breaching rounds first. Alright, what do we got? Ooh. Two lights, a medium, and a assault. Is he... We're in 20 mil, so it can't be an Atlas just yet. Looks like we're probably going to reserve down to phase 1, I'd say. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, here we go. All the way we go.
Waiting for the right place.
So Mockingbird's probably going to want to get some cover here, just to tank up a bit. What could this be? A Victor? Would you have a Victor if this was all jump mechs? Maybe. Dunno. I do like bringing Arclight though, to get that little advantage at the start, to always make them go first. He can't move his Jenna just yet, so he's going to move something in the background. If that sensor locks, that's dead. Well, that's going to take a beating. That's braced. So we'll move Mockingbird up here. I just want to get into range where I can just brace and lock with her. So we'll move up. We have no idea what else. Trebuchet. Alright. Alrighty then. So we might want to close some distance here then, if we're up against a Treb spam. I wonder if he's got catapults are heavy. Is there LRM spam in a assault? The only thing I can think of where it would be reasonable would be an Atlas with the LRM 20. The good thing, the thing I'm really looking forward to when the game gets released is I'm looking forward to having a bit more variety of mechs here. This is definitely interesting. The Jenna, we'll probably have a go at that. I'd like to have a go at that Jenna. He doesn't have too much more to go, unless suddenly the assault turns into a sensor locker. Then I think we're good to go here. So we'll get Arclight up, we'll lock, and we'll jam some LRMs into the Jenna, just to make this an unhappy day. It's probably braced. There we go. But that shouldn't matter. We'll fire in with Wildfire first, and then we'll jam Apex into it, and we'll do a bunch of damage. Jenna, not so much armor, so we can do a bit of work to it. Be hilarious if this suddenly locked me. I'm guessing... I don't know what's about to pop out of the smoke. It'd be exciting. It's always exciting to see what people come up with. This lineup, though, an urban mech. What do we got? A Victor. Alright, so death from above, probably. A lot of death from above.
Yes, Commander.
We'll move up with Wildfire. And we'll jam some rounds in, get rid of that last of that evasion. In fact, let's see, he gets to go with the Treb, right? We could just fire from here. 65. Alright.
Confirmed.
Jam that in. I mean, we've got a fair bit of LRM spam. So I'm kind of happy to just sit here and nail him down. He might have dual locks and a Apex in the trebuchet, which will probably screw us over. He's coming in quite close with that, though. That's really close.
Commander.
Which is okay for me, I guess.
Confirmed.
Alright, Jenna. Prepare to meet some Apex rounds. And prepare to have a unhappy time there. So we're pretty much braced up with everyone. He's not sure whether this is a brace down here. I'd say we're going to get some sensor locks from this stuff next. And we're going to see some spam coming out of the Treb here. Alright, what's he going for? Mockingbird? Alright. Did I get you? You are braced. Yeah, let's just reserve down.
Waiting for the right move.
He'll probably, yeah, he's going to reserve. I think we just go down to phase 1 here. I'm fairly okay with that. We could re-target the Urban instead. We could maybe do some damage to the Victor, just to keep that thing off us. This doesn't seem like Arclight. I mean Apex. That's definitely not Apex right there.
Light damage. Holding firm.
So he fired with the Treb. We could actually fire on the Treb. We could actually fire on the Treb, which would be even funnier, since we could probably do a fair whack of damage. He's only got the Victor left now, so I'm fairly happy to have a go at that Treb. And not too scared of the Victor here. We can drop a lot of LRMs onto it. I should have maybe moved a little bit more with... But there's nothing to be too scared of. I reckon we can do more damage return than he can to us. We have, what do we have here? We've got 35 LRMs, one of which goes through the brace that he has. So I think we do more damage here than he can. What do we need here? We need 50, so what are we looking at? Yeah, we got more armor as well. He's probably going to have to bring that Victor in. Alright, there's the first lot. This is going to be an embarrassing game if all we do is lob LRMs at each other. Actually, we're going to reserve down. I don't want the Victor... I should have reserved. I didn't want the Victor to come in for free, which it could possibly do, and I shouldn't have gone with Mockingbird here. Because if he gets that AC-20 in close, things will get a little nasty. Alright, so he is closing the gap. I'd say he's looking for a death from above at some point. Which we're going to have to deal with to a degree. Alright, we're just bleeding away at this guy. Bleeding away.
Awaiting orders.
And this is the big hit. This is the big hit. Come on, baby. Do me some Doing me some serious work here. Alright, so a couple of rounds of that. He can't take too many more. But I'd say when this Victor gets in, things are going to get a little sticky, right? Things are going to get real sticky real quick. So he's got 2 sensor lockers as well. If he sensor locks this, we might have to move here. Because I suspect this is probably death from above range.
Waiting for the right play.
Interesting that he chose someone who braces here. We'll probably save Mockingbird. If he death from above's in, I just want to be able to stand up and brace again. Or if we take some LRM fire, I probably want to be able to brace up. We might need to rotate just a little. Jenna looks like it went for a full sprint there. If I lock this too early, it's not going to do a lot. We could lock this and maybe make him think about moving it. Only problem is he could move forward and lock my commando here. We could be sneaky here and roll this way with Mockingbird and have some vision. Could roll closer to him. Gives him less range to death from above with. I'd say there's a fair bit of evasion built up on that though. We're going to have to move a lot of our mechs to deal with this though as well. Plus we put ourselves into him coming around the corner. We can actually move here. I think we'll look to brace with Mockingbird. How much evasion has he got? He's got a fair chunk. We'll definitely brace. I should have rotated a little bit more than this. Because it's a little scary in here. So he could sensor lock with the urban fire. I don't know if we're quite... He's maybe... Ooh, putting myself here might be in range for that AC if he locks Mockingbird. Alright, he's jumping. He's gonna lock. I should have maybe have parked myself around here. Do I think he's gonna move this? I wonder if he's in AC range.
Yeah.
To jump and fire, it costs him a fair bit of heat. Tad scary. Scary McClary. We've got vision here, so we could maybe just lock the treb and be okay. I can't get a lot of movement here. If he jumps all the way forward for this, he could do that and have a go here. We're running out of options pretty fast. He might just tank from here. I'll probably be okay with that as well. We'll drop some... We'll lock the treb just in case. He could back it up. I would probably back the treb up now and fire, knowing that my sensor lock range is not huge here. This is the real problem. The AC-20 plus the death from above is very scary. Alright, looks like he's jumping. Is he going to fire? It'll cost him a fair bit of heat. He gets to use the AC though. Alright, I'll take that. A miss is a miss. And
That hurt.
Wildfire's braced up, so we're all good there. I definitely won't fire on this though. We'll probably fire on that treb, and we'll use Apex now for the sole reason that... you know what we're going to do? We're going to multi-shot here. We'll go with a B on you. We only want to just do a little bit of shredding the evasion here, so we don't want to heat up too much. We could probably just fire in the 1 and be fairly happy. I just want to get rid of some of this evasion if I can. just to make life a little bit easier. Ooh, we're nearly through one of those arms, actually. Nearly through an arm. I maybe should have moved. Ooh, I didn't see if he has vision on this. If he's got vision here, he might have vision here, which means he might fire on apex. Hopefully he doesn't have vision on apex. Alright, he's backing up. That's not good for him though, because now he can't really fire without a brace. If he can see apex, we're a little stuffed. I should have checked. But yeah, we'll eat that. I mean, we're coming out a lot better on these exchanges, and even better for us is the fact that he moved.
Waiting for orders.
We'll probably multi-target. Oh, really? We have to move just a little here. Just a tad to get something like this.
Confirmed.
And then we will multi-target you and you. We'll hold on to our AC, but we'll fire in the medium lasers just to get rid of a bit more evasion. Oof, that guy is screaming. Screaming. Down to 4 evasion. I really don't want to fire on this. We could get, what could we get here? We could go all in on this. We could lock him twice and then fire in with these two here. He would get a full go of going on us though, which would be a tad annoying. We could do a fair bit. I want to do a lot of damage to this though, I suppose. So what would we get? We'd get an AC 10 plus an AC 10. Plus lasers, plus... Does he death from above this turn? He probably doesn't sit tight to fire. He's got vision here, right? Apex?
Standing by.
I wish you could tell if stuff had vision. He didn't fire on Apex though, which makes me think he doesn't have vision on Apex. Otherwise, I'd have fired my treb into this. I think we're going to play on the caution side here, because he'll probably just jump this out now that he's spent a fair bit of heat. He's probably just going to try and jump back in and out, using up what heat he can. If he has to move. Otherwise, he's going to be a sitting target. He'll probably do this move last. Alright, bunch of evasion. Is he going for back shots here? He can't even get back shots. Plus it's into the garbage arm.
I'm taking some serious hits.
Alright. Structural damage. Jesus.
What do you need? Waiting for orders.
We could set up for this, I think. I think we will. We'll set up to start getting this guy. So you need to move so that you're not taking a bunch of crap to the side here. So we can get him down to 4, I guess. We're going to have to eat the fact that we're in the trees, but so be it. We'll get him down to 2. Go for some punches. He can't jump and fire next turn. It'll really cost him his mech. But we can get 2 punches, so he'll be down to no evasion. And then we'll get basically a turn of wailing on him while he's down and out, right?
I'm receiving you.
So you can punch from there.
Awaiting
Apex, you can punch from the front. Alright, let's go. Let us go. 95 to hit. Fairly okay for that. And we'll be hitting into... I'm pretty sure that's the AC arm, right? Let's go, baby. Well, let's go. Punch him down. So we should be able to get this guy on the ground. Whether we can do enough damage to kill him or not is another question. Reason I sense locked first is to get rid of... you ignore 4 bits of evasion on your first punch. And then after that, it's all game, right? He's got to start coming in with his treb, otherwise he is boned here. Do you drop rounds on this? I don't know. Don't know if I would have bothered with this, but I guess you got to get something, right? We got to keep that AC arm protected, so we're gonna have to do whatever we can here. I could actually even fire with arc light.
Standing by.
So that's all of his damage. So you roll in. He could jump behind us and shoot us with that AC in the back, which will hurt a lot. But this guy's unsteady. He's got no evasion. We'll definitely fire him with arc light now. This is a crazy move right here. He's got to come in to help this if he wants to get some work done. Otherwise, he is going to get no work done. Can you fire medium lasers from there? Probably. Yeah, sure. Couple of hits.
Systems holding.
It's not going to save... It's not going to save this guy at all. At all.
Moving to position.
He's going to be down for the count, buddy. And then we're going to get cool shots all over this thing. And then we can hopefully core him out this turn. Or we could rip off that AC. AC gone is a lot of damage. I think we can core him out though. We do enough damage to probably do this. Fairly easily. Since we've got a lot of people to fire on him.
Take this.
Oof, yeah, we're going to get through that fairly easily. This is why you got to be super careful with the way you treat your mechs like this. I mean, yeah, he could see what I was doing. I was just tanking in the trees, right? He had little option but to bring this thing in. But you needed the support here. You needed probably the urban and the Jenner to be able to hold this up. Is he going for back shots maybe? He's trying. We'll probably just move over here to fire so that this thing has a harder time coming in on us.
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander.
The urban is going to be way too slow to catch up. He's maybe trying to share bits off this. I mean, he's going to get to shoot us in the back with the treb. But if we can clear this, then the Centurions should be able to just mop up everything else fairly well. Barring a couple of headshots, right? Ooh, don't lose the arm, buddy.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
Alright, my turn. My turn indeed.
Commander.
I would like to be able to shoot you in there. Really? What is with this hill? Could go something like this. Give up Mockingbird, I guess. We could fire with Mockingbird from here and get the brace. Yeah, we'll do that. Shit, I didn't even see that one. We'll definitely do that. We'll take the brace so that he has a hard time with the treb.
Affirmative.
Hopefully this just wipes this thing out so that we can start working on some of these other mechs. There we go. Now we can start working on probably the Jenners coming in. We're braced with Mockingbird. We want to get our Orion into a position where we're not getting hit in the back. We'll probably turn with Wildfire, fire here, turn with Orion and fire again. He's going to have a hard time getting this Jenner onto us. He is going to do a chunk load of damage to the back of us here though, but I will pay that price happily to get rid of a Victor.
Yes, Commander.
We'll move and fire. Oof, those are some bad moves and fires. Jesus. Because of his evasion. Can get something like this, I guess. Make it hard for him to get around the back of us. It's a shame about I have to edge on this map so much, but we'll take it. We probably won't bother firing in the AC. And you know what? If we hit with the AC, we hit with the AC. And we miss with the AC. But a Jenna is not going to handle this at all. She's going to have a bad day. I would like to move back this way to make him come in a little bit deeper. Probably... yeah, that's... Ooh, buddy. I maybe needed to rotate you on the spot here, because you're taking a lot of stability damage. I think we'll just fire in most of this stuff. Turn off this. A couple of weapons. We might score... You know what? AC as well. If we score a hit, we score a hit. And there it is. I mean, all that evasion and an AC will just shred it, right? We're going to reserve into him. I'd like to see where this gen is going to go. Because I think we can probably handle this. Thing is, tank generally wins these games. LRMs, not so much. I mean, the amount of money you have to spend to buy a trebuchet is huge. It is absolutely huge. It's over 6 mil, I think. Or is it? It's maybe not. But comparable to what you get very little armor. You don't get a lot of DPS out of it. On paper, it looks huge, right? It looks like you're getting... Oh, he's death from above us. Yeah, alright. We might lose the Centurion here. But, well worth it, I think. Well worth to lose one mech for a whole lot of good stuff. I think we roll in, we'll knock this guy. And then we will go ham. Ham, ham, ham. Yeah, the damage on paper looks huge. But... it's not. It's really bad. Through things like brace, through missing, through the fact that you just hit like all over the armor, you could pay a lot better to have something a lot nicer. The urban, did you push it forward? Maybe. We're gonna rotate Mockingbird here just to make sure we get rid of this Jenner, and then we will move the rest of our mechs forward. If Mockingbird survives, though, Mockingbird might take a big old pounding here. Big old pounding to the side. Ooh, are you gonna survive? Plenty of internals. Don't worry about it. So Mockingbird, you're gonna rotate here. Man, this is all sorts of funky. Can we? In fact, you might just rotate like that, and we'll give off a sensor lock on the urban, because I suspect we're going to have to move forward here to do anything. Braced here, so at least all this LRM spam is going to have a hard time getting through that. We'll finish off this guy, so there's no vision. We can probably do that with Mockingbird, and then maybe Apex can fire on the trash can back here. Or he could score some lucky hits, you never know. Nope. I think it's like about 2% chance to get the torso there. If you're firing in from the side. We're just going to roll forward. as quick as we can and just tear this guy a new one. We could multi-shot. You know what? We might multi-shot here. So we'll multi onto you and you. Oh, actually, we can't call shots, can we? It's the thing I don't like. Although, I mean, look at this. This is just a pogo stick right now. There's not much to miss. There's not many targets to choose from. I mean, there we go. There we go. Minimal targets to choose from. It's pretty easy choosing there. Apex, I need you to start moving forward, buddy. Engage that LRM. Break down some of that heat. And in we go. Trash can's next. He's got no vision, so he's going to have to plow forward. Guy's just stoically taking a bunch of LRMs. Even if he hadn't brought in the Victor, I think life would have been pretty difficult for him. Because we would have slowly crushed down that poor old trebuchet. He might have grinded off a bit more armor. If he had hit with the AC the first time around, we'd probably still be looking at having most of our arms and bits and pieces. Unless we got headshotted, of course. Which could have been an awkward day. Mockingbird's probably just going to sit tight and sensor lock. She really doesn't want to be doing much else but sitting around, because I'd prefer if Mockingbird managed to survive here. Alright, he's moving forward. Dunno. Mockingbird, you could actually fire on this. And he's left the game. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, he's pretty much stuffed, right? Pretty much stuffed. I mean, we would have torn apart that little trash can and then moved on to the Treb, and there was nothing he could do about it. He would have had no vision. The Treb would have come in and just got hammered. Mockingbird would have never have seen any daylight, really. I could have just backed Mockingbird up as well and kept her out of any sort of vision. I think, did he have the right plan? I don't know about Victors. You have to be careful with in this sort of bracket. I think you can buy a Victor at the 15 mil bracket, and it's alright there. But at the 20 mil bracket, it's a lot of investment for, well, it's an AC-20. It's pretty mobile. I think his real downfall is the trebuchet. Unless he's hoping that the opponent has to push into his trebuchet, and then the Victor can pick people apart with the AC-20, then the trebuchet is not the best choice here. He could have gone with more tank. He could have used that tank at the front line, and the Victor could have been around the side shooting or death them aboveing. Instead, he's relying on your opponent to come towards him, and I just picked a nice spot, and I just blasted things. And he made a mistake bringing that Victor in so close as well. I would have kept it back. I wouldn't have overheated. I would have jumped out. I would have jumped it back and braced and cooled down, because the AC shot's really not worth it. I mean, you do 50 damage plus maybe some lasers. I didn't quite see if he only fired the AC. But 50 damage for bringing your mech in that close, for taking internal damage too. It's not worth it all. But with that, we'll take a break. Tune in next time for more adventures of BattleTech. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. If you like what you've seen, hit that subscribe button or leave me a comment on anything you want to see in the future.